بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه أن رجلا قال للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أوصني. And Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrates that one person, he told Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam that give me some nasihat, give me some advice, Ya Rasulullah. قال لا تغضب. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam gave him one advice, that don't become angry. فردد مراran. So he repeated himself again and again. What did he ask again? He said, Ya Rasulullah, give me some advice. Ya Rasulullah, give me some advice. وقال لا تغضب. رواه البخاري. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, don't become angry. Imam Bukhari rahmatullahi alayhi has narrated this. So in spite of asking for advice again and again, only one advice was given, that don't become angry. That perhaps Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam knew about this particular person, that he had a problem with his temperament, that he would become angry very often. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam gave him one advice, that you don't become angry, all your matters will be solved. And really, if a person, he's got his anger under control, then he will be saved from a lot of problems and a lot of difficulties in his life. وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. As Abu Hurairah رضي الله تعالى عنه narrates that Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم said, ما يزال البلاء بالمؤمن والمؤمنة في نفسه وولده وماله حتى يلقى الله تعالى وما عليه خطيئة. رواه الترمذي. That Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that a believing man and a believing woman, they will always go through difficulty, they will always go through trials and tribulation. Fi nafsihi, a person in regards to himself. Sometimes he's going to have some health problems. Sometimes a person, he goes through some financial problems, poverty he goes through. Wa waladihi, and he will have problems in regards to his children. That sometimes his children, they will be disobedient and he will go through some difficulty. Or his children got some health problems, he's running now to the doctors. So sometimes he will be tested in regards to his children. Wa malihi, and his wealth. Sometimes a person, his wealth would get stolen, Allah save us. Sometimes it is burned down in a home or in his business. So these are the trials and tests a person will always go through in his life, hatta yalqa Allah ta'ala, until the time comes when he will meet Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. So the test will always be in the life of a mu'min. And when he meets Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala, wama alayhi khati'atun, there won't be a single guna, there won't be a single sin upon him. Meaning all these problems in his life was actually cleansing the person and purifying the person. So when you meet Allah ta'ala on the day of Qiyamah, direct, now just go into Jannah. Quran also Allah ta'ala says, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ, that most certainly we are going to test you. بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ, shay, very, very little. Allah ta'ala says, shay, little. And then after that, Allah ta'ala uses the word min. Min is for tab'iziyah, also to show very little. So very, very little bit of fear you're going to go through. That sometime in your life you're going to be fearing that perhaps we're going to be attacked or we're going to have this problem. So a little bit of fear we're going to put you through. بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ, sometimes it will be hunger. وَالْجُوعِ وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ. Sometimes your wealth is going to decrease. That the turnover in the business has dropped now and you cannot meet ends. So there also sometimes is going to be a loss. وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ, sometimes you're going to lose your family members. وَالثَّمَرَاتِ, or sometimes you have farms, you have orchards, and the fruits are not bearing as it used to bear before. But Allah Ta'ala says, وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ, give glad tidings to those people that are patient when they go through these difficulties. As Hakim Sabr of Umar R.A used to say, Allah Ta'ala says after that, give glad tidings, give basharat to those people that are patient. What's the meaning of this? That if you have lost something, you had lost your wealth, or you had lost a family member, whatever it might be, Allah is going to give you much better than that also. So there's no need for you to worry. That is why there is glad tidings. In the next hadith, وَعَنِ ابْنِ عَبَّاسٍ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى عَنْهُ قال, Hazrat Abdullah bin Abbas رضي الله تعالى عنه narrates, قَدِمَ عُيَيْنَةُ بْنُ حِسْنٍ فَنَزَلَ عَلَى ابْنِ أَخِيهِ حُرِّ بْنِ الْقَيْسِ. That Uyayna bin Hisn radiallahu ta'ala came and he had stayed as a guest by his nephew Hur bin Qais. وَكَانَ مِنَ النَّفَرِ الَّذِينَ يُدْنِيهِمْ عُمَرْ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى عَنْهُ. And Uyayna bin Hisn was from amongst those people that Umar radiallahu ta'ala kept very, very close to him. وَكَانَ الْقُرَّاءُ أَصْحَابَ مَجْلِسِ عُمَرْ radiallahu ta'ala. The Qurra, those people that could recite Quran Sharif very, very well, they were part of the gathering of Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala. وَمُشَاوَرَتِهِ كُهُولًا كَانُوا أَوْ شُبَّانًا. And these were the people with whom Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala used to make mashara with the Qurra. That because they were qaris of the Quran, whatever mashwara they would give mashwara directly from Quran Sharif. So therefore Umar radiallahu ta'ala used to make mashwara with them, whether they were old in age, whether they were young in age. So from here we learn also that the elderly also, they have a lot of experience in their life. So take benefit from them also. And the young people also, many things Allah Ta'ala opens up to them also. Mufti Shafi Saheb rahmatullahi alayhi was the senior Mufti of Pakistan. But Hazrat Mufti Shafi Saheb, wherever there was a bayan being given, and he was passing by there, he would just sit down there for a few minutes and listen, because he was so busy, he didn't have the time to sit and listen to an entire bayan. But he would sit there for a few minutes and he would just listen for a few minutes, and then he would go away from there. And then Mufti Shafi Saheb rahmatullah used to say that these are all my juniors. I am the senior, he was the ustad. He said these are my juniors. But sometime Allah makes it such that what Allah Ta'ala brings on the tongue of the juniors, it doesn't even go through the mind of the seniors. This is Allah Ta'ala's system. And the second thing he used to say, Mufti Shafi Saheb rahmatullah alayhi, that when someone is giving the bayan, that same point you're hearing and hearing throughout your life, but it never have an impact on your life. But the same point, one day you went to a certain bayan, and that point you heard in that particular bayan, Allah made that the turning point of your life. So therefore you don't know at which point a person will turn his life. Wherever there is nasiyat, for a few minutes, even sit down there. And then a person, he may leave after that if he wants to leave. We don't know how a person will benefit. So Umar radiallahu anhu also used to take mashwara from the seniors also, from the juniors also. فَقَالَ عُيَيْنَةُ لِإِبْنِ أَخِي. Uyayna bin Hisan, he told his nephew, what he said, يَبْنَ أَخِي, oh my nephew, لَكَ وَجْهٌ إِنْدَ هَذَا الْأَمِيرِ. He said that you have position by this Amir, referring to Umar radiallahu ta'ala, that Umar radiallahu ta'ala holds you in high regard. فَاسْتَأْذِنْ لِي عَلَيْهِ, that seek permission for me upon him, that I want to go and I want to visit Umar radiallahu ta'ala. فَاسْتَأْذَنَ فَأَذِنَ لَهُ Umar. So he sought permission, Umar radiallahu ta'ala gave ijazat. فَلَمَّا دَخَلَ قَالْ, when his uncle now came to Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala, he said, هِيَ يَبْنَ الْخَطَّابِ, O Ibn al-Khattab, referring to Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala. فَوَاللَّهِ مَا تُعْطِينَ الْجَزْلِ. Allah's qasam I take, that you do not give us our stipends, you do not give us sufficient stipends, the money that you give us, that is not sufficient for us. وَلَا تَحْكُمُ فِينَا بِالْعَدْلِ, and you do not rule upon us with justice. فَغَضِبَ عُمَرْ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ anhu. Umar radiallahu anhu was a Jalali person, so he got very, very angry that this man is saying, one is you don't rule with justice, number two, the money that we're giving, we are not giving you sufficient. So he became very angry. حَتَّى هَمَّ أَن يُوقِعَ بِهِ, until Umar radiallahu ta'ala made intention that he's going to punish this person. فَقَالَ لَهُ الْحُرُّ. Hur said to Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala, when he saw he became angry now, he's Jalali. So he told him, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, O Amir al-Mu'mineen, Inna Allah ta'ala qala li nabiyhi. Allah ta'ala told his Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, خُذِ الْعَفْوَ وَأْمُرْ بِالْعُرْفِ وَأَعْرِضْ عَنِ الْجَاهِلِينَ. That hold on to forgiveness, command people to do good, and أَعْرِضْ عَنِ الْجَاهِلِينَ. Those that are Jahil people, turn away from them. Jahils are going to come and tell you things that are not correct. So turn away from the Jahils. When this verse of the Quran Sharif was revealed, when Jibreel alayhi salam came down, Nabi alayhi salam asked him that, oh Jibreel, what's the meaning of this verse of the Quran? خُذِ الْعَفْوَ وَأْمُرْ بِالْعُرْفِ وَأَعْرِضْ عَنِ الْجَاهِلِينَ. So as Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam said, I'll come back. He went away. After a little while, Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam came back. And then he tells Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, it means that those people that cut off from you, then you join with those people. Those that don't give you, you give those people. And those people that oppress you, they make dhulam upon you, you forgive those people. This is the meaning of this verse of the Quran. So he came and he recited this, this person recited this verse of the Quran. وَإِنَّ هَذَا مِنَ الْجَاهِلِينَ. And Hur, he referred to himself, I am from amongst the Jahilin. So I said the wrong things to you. Don't become angry and hit me. Turn away from me. That makes sabr at this time. وَاللَّهِ مَا جَاوَزَهَا عُمَرُ حِينَ تَلَاهَا. Allah's qasam, Umar radiallahu ta'ala did not go one step further until at the time when this person recited this verse of the Quran. When he recited this verse of the Quran, Umar radiallahu ta'ala calmed down there and there. وَكَانَ وَقَافًا عِنْدَ كِتَابِ اللَّهِ. Umar radiallahu ta'ala was one that will comply to the kitab of Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. When Quran Sharif was recited before them, a verse of Quran was quoted, immediately Sahaba would act upon that verse of the Quran Sharif. So this is also pertaining to the chapter of Sabr, that when he was so angry at that time, and he had the full authority to exercise his anger, but when this person recited the verse, he made Sabr. Allah Ta'ala give us tawfiq. We'll continue.